Now then everybody, Betty's back again. Right, today I'll be doing a nice, healthy, low-carb beef stroganoff served with some veggies. So come with me and I'll show you the ingredients. Okay, so we have some nice lean diced beef there, about 350 grams. We have some mushrooms, a shallot, a carrot. We need about 300 mils of stock or so. Some butter, which is in there, Dijon mustard, and I'm going to be serving that with some asparagus, some baby spinach, and it's topped off with a bit of creme fraiche. So I'm going to do this in the slow cooker, but you can do it on the stove top or whatever, or you know, pressure cook, whatever, but I'm going to do it in the slow cooker. So let's crack on with it. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is obviously prep my veg. There was no carrot in this recipe, but I'm going to use a carrot and put it in. So I'm going to do like so, half and half again, and then it's just a matter of trying to get them even sized as you can. So make sure they cook. Carrots can be funny to cook sometimes. We've done recipes and it's called for X amount of time on cooking carrots.
It's always been about triple that.
And it's always been about 2 or 3 times that because they just won't cook. So there's not going to be a problem with this because this is going to be cooked in the slow cooker for about 3 to 4 hours. So we're not going to have that problem at all. Not today, my friends. So that's me carrots done. Get myself a bowl. Carrots into said bowl. There we go. And now the shallot. That's that done. And that's that done. Put them over there as well. I'll clean the tabletop shortly. And again, it's the same sort of thing. Cut in the middle. And just dice it up. Ah! Haha, got you. Oh dear. Right, so that's the onions. I need another bowl.
Good job you only called.
I probably should have been asked for that, shouldn't I? If you had a swan. Right, so just the mushrooms again. So I'll just roughly chop these biggish slices. That's all you got to do. You sort of get the idea. Because obviously they're going to shrink a little bit in the slow cooker. Your face there. Oh my God. Yes, it has been known for me to cut myself. Right, so that's the veg prep now done. Right, okay, so you saw me do the asparagus the other day. I forgot about doing these, so just snap them off. Now, instead of freezing the stalks this time, I'm going to actually slice these up and add them to part of the stroganoff.
Somebody's just put a leaflet through the door. She's like a little dog. She's about to get it.
Oh, Missy's at the door. Yeah, although these are quite woody, obviously if you're going to cook them for a few hours. Oh, well, that bit can stay on the floor. So you may as well use them, is what I'm saying. Or alternatively, you could do the same thing and freeze them for soups, etc. So, right, on to the next bit. Okay, so about 30 grams of butter going into this at the bottom here. Already got that. If you was doing this on the stove top, you'd just be frying this off the same way. Just I'm using the slow cooker, that's all. So, right. So we'll let that butter just start to melt. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just starting to melt. So, in with our shallots. In with our lovely shallots. That's still melting as such. And in with our mushrooms. They're all going in there. So basically we're going to be cooking those for about 4 minutes, just until they've softened up a little bit. Trying to make sure that they're all coated in the butter there. So I'll come back to you when this is done. Okay, so they have nicely sweated and sort of like softened down. So I'm going to remove these from the pan, and then I'm going to do the same with my meat just to seal it off. Okay, so the next step is in with our beef. There we go. So again, we're just putting this on. Make sure this is on high heat, one second. High. I want it on high in this case just to sear off the beef. Get that done nice and quickly if we can. Go in there and go in the bin shortly. So yeah, I'm going to seal all this off. It'll probably take 4 minutes or so again, something like that on high, once it gets going. So I'll come back in a second. Okay, so that's had 4 or 5 minutes just nicely sauteing away, and I'm going to add my veggies into there. Give it a good smush around. There's still a little bit of residual liquid left in the bottom because once again, I know it's supermarket beef, so you have a little bit of water in there. So in with my asparagus bits that I said I was going to add. In with my carrots. They're going to go in there. Again, give it a bit of a smush. goes in there. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt because there's salt in the stock. So just a little bit of salt. And of course, pepper. Beef and pepper, it's like a match made in heaven. And I might, obviously at the end, add a little bit more. Just see what it tastes like at the end. So, give that a smush. Smells lush already, that, to be fair. Right, what am I going in with next? Oh, yeah, I want some parsley in here. I'm just going to rip that up. So a good handful of parsley. Just going to rip that up. I'm going to chop it. That is going in there. It's looking good already. So the next thing to go in is our stock. Let's add a little bit of water in there just to rinse the bowl out. Just a little bit of extra juice, it's not going to make any difference. Right, so now I need my mustard, my Dijon. I can't find the spoons.
It's the measuring spoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're with it.
Oh yeah, okay, one second. Be with you in a second, guys. Bit unorganised this today. So, 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard is going into here. Where's my teaspoon? There it is. In fact, I'm going to do maybe a little bit more, 1.5. That mustard flavour we like. Making sure it's all off the spoon, which at the minute it isn't. Gives a lovely flavour, that mustard. Right, that's that done. So basically now, all we're going to do is stop this sauteing process now. There's the cancel button. There we go. I'm going to add the spinach in at the end just to wilt off, and the asparagus I will cook separately in a pan just before serving along with the creme fraiche. So, where are we? Where's the slow cook at? Slow cook on high for, hold on, 4 hours, and away we go. Obviously, if you were doing it on the stovetop, lid on in whatever big pan you're using, and let it bubble away, let it simmer away for about 2 hours or so, and that'll do it exactly the same. But the longer you can leave it, the better, the softer the beef's going to become, the more unctuous it's going to become. So, right, that is it for now. We'll see you in 4 hours or so, but like a nanosecond for yous. Right, so it's had about 4.5, 5 hours because we just watched the football and it went to extra time and penalties and we won, so I'm a happy bunny. So I've had to put like a corn flour slurry in there, just some cold water, corn flour, just to thicken it up because the gravy was a little bit watery. I'm going to add a little bit of more salt and pepper because I've just tasted it and it needs it, so it's going in. So give that a swirl around. So at the minute I've just got it on saute because I'm now going to, instead of wilting down the spinach separately, I'm going to put it into here and there'll be some water comes out, so I'm going to let it thicken again if it does. Anyway, as again with spinach, I'm going to use a good half a bag because it will wilt right down into the sauce, and I can use that during the week for something else as a little extra veg in a dish. So I'm going to let that just wilt into this lovely gravy. Extra greens, extra vitamins and minerals into this dish. And I've got just a couple of bits of asparagus each, just boiling away there, ready to serve with this. When this is done, this is not far off done now, and it's thickened right up. But I say it might release some water with the spinach, so I'm just going to wait and see how this goes for about a minute. So I'll come back in a second, guys, and we'll do a taste test. Okay, so I've got my asparagus on my plate, and I'm going to plate this up now. And boy oh boy, does that smell good. A nice generous helping. Right, so there we go. That is my beef stroganoff served with just some asparagus. Ready to go. So it's taste testing time. Well then, guys, weapon of choice, it's taste testing time. I can see that this gravy is thickened up very nicely, and I've seasoned it. I've tasted for seasoning. It's lovely. So I'm going to go straight in, and I'm going to try some of this beef. See how
hot. You see the steam coming up.
I know. I'm hungry. The beef is as soft as butter. That is lush. I'm going to try getting a bit of everything. The spinach in there as well, just melded in really. The gravy is delicious. Gravy is absolutely delicious. I've got the seasoning spot on for a change. Just try some of this. Even the mushrooms taste meaty, so that's an added bonus. I'm just going to try some of this asparagus, which I've just cooked. I can see it's quite soft. Should have got a knife really. Hold on, just going to pull that apart if I can. Yep. That's lovely and soft. Could have cooked it a bit less and a bit more al dente, but that's no biggie. That is one healthy, nutritious, comforting winter warmer. Absolutely delicious. So I'll leave it there. Thank you everybody again for all your likes, all your shares, all your subscriptions, all your lovely comments, and all your lovely recipe ideas. Keep them all coming. We're like halfway through the first month of the year, and we're loving it. Back on it, back into the swing of healthy food. low carb, etc. And I'm getting used to it. I've had a full week on it now. And yeah, I'm less and less hungry every day. So it's definitely working. And I can feel, even though I haven't got weighed yet, which I should have done, I can feel it in my clothes already. So happy days. So we'll catch you guys very, very soon on the next one. So I'll say bye for now.
See you later.
Bye for now.